Hi, welcome to Introduction to Income Tax. I'm Professor Fleischman and I'm going to be with you for the semester. This course will provide you with a basic understanding of the terminology and the processes of preparing a tax return. Please note that there's one key to successfully understanding tax, and that's that it's in the details. What does that mean exactly? It means that nothing here is really hard, but there are lots of exceptions, definitions, and step-by-step calculations to get a handle on it, and it takes time. So, you need to spend a minimum of 8 to 10 hours a week reading, doing homework, researching. That said, let's take a walk around our classroom and become familiar with what's here. We come over here to the far left, and this is called the Global Navigation menu. Essentially, this is how you got here, right? Courses. You clicked on that, and you chose the course. Right there. And you came here. Right? I'm hoping since you're seeing this video, you went through this, you clicked here. Now, whenever you see this purple type, that means a link. So you clicked here, and it took you here. And you clicked on Introduction. So that's the global menu. This is, excuse me, this is the course navigation menu. Now let me go into student mode. Now I'm in student view. This is what you see. So here's the classroom navigation. This is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. There's home. We were there already. Next comes announcements. I'll put all kinds of announcements in here. Articles I've read, websites I think you should check out. If anything important pertaining to projects or the class, I'll put it up here. So you want to check the announcements pretty frequently, at least daily. Modules is where you're going to spend most of your time. This is the way the course is organized. It's organized in modules. Here's this introductory video that you're watching now. Take a look at this. You have two assignments in here. One is update your Canvas profile picture. And if you click on that, it takes you to the instructions on how to do that. Then you also have personal introductions. Now this is a place where all the students in the class are going to kind of tell us about each other because we're online and we're not in a classroom situation where we have a lot of social interaction. The personal introductions give us a chance to know each person in the room so that we kind of share some of our personal information. I will be the first one to post there. Everyone should. It's due by 8/29. The next module I call Admin. Admin has several things in it that are important. Here's websites for both the IRS and the California Taxing Authority. The syllabus, the calendar, so I have a course calendar here, and an assignment. You must complete this assignment by 8/19, so you don't have a whole lot of time to do that. So first we're going to take a look at the calendar. And the calendar, it roughly follows the modules. So it shows you every week what we're going to cover and what's due there. You'll notice that the exam number 5, the last exam you're going to take, is due on 12/3, and the practice set is due on 12/2. So that's the calendar. Now we're going to walk through the syllabus. So here's the syllabus. There's me. This is my cell phone number, not my office number on campus. If you need to get in touch with me, you can text me, you can call me, or you can send an email if it's not important. But typically, when students need to get in touch with me right away, like if you're having a problem with homework or with a project or during an exam, that's the number to text to. These are the course advisories, course description. This course presents the principles of federal and California taxation relating to individual income taxes with an emphasis on preparation of personal tax returns. And by the way, make a note with regards to that. I'll be setting up an IRS VITA site on campus, probably starting February 1st. The training will be during January. If you're interested, please let me know, but keep it in mind. Course objectives you can read on your own. The SLOs here: prepare moderately complex federal and California individual income tax returns, both the 1040 and the 540. 1040 is the federal, 540 is the state. And explain and apply ethics in relation to income taxes, and specifically demonstrate the ability to differentiate tax avoidance and tax evasion. And that's going to be the topic of a paper that you're going to write this semester. Course materials, I'm sure you all know already: Fundamentals of Taxation 2021. Now you want to be careful when you're buying the textbook. If you buy the 2020 version, it's not going to include the updates to tax law that happened on January 1st of 2021. So you need to get the book that's current. You're also going to need Connect, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. This is the way the course is evaluated and graded. You've got 5 exams. You can drop 1 if you take all 5. However, you cannot drop number 5. That one stays. We may or may not have some quizzes. Homework is in Connect with McGraw-Hill. So all the homework assignments are there. You're going to access them from here. So you're going to click on McGraw-Hill Connect. That'll take you into Connect to the assignments. There is a practice set. You're going to be doing it's essentially a case study, and you're going to be doing all the tax forms related to that case study. There is a paper, Tax Avoidance versus Tax Evasion. And there is also, besides the homework, the discussion topic. And there will be a new discussion topic every week. You must post in discussions at least 3 times to get credit. Excuse me. I offer office hours by appointment through Zoom. So if you want to meet with me, just let me know. Send me an email, send me a text. I'll set up a Zoom meeting, and you'll be able to access it right here in Tech Connect Zoom. So that's the syllabus. Once you're done with this reading through the syllabus, you're going to come down here and follow the instructions to sign a document that essentially says you read through the syllabus and you're okay with everything that's in it. And the way you do that is by clicking Start Assignment. So that's the admin module. The next module in here is Connect. You need to have Connect in order to do your homework. You're going to click on, this is all information regarding going through the registration process. You have a couple of options. If you're good with an ebook, you can just register for Connect, and it comes with an e-textbook, all included. If, however, you feel a need, like I do, to have a book in your hand, then buy the textbook either through McGraw-Hill or from the bookstore, and it will come with an access code that will get you into Connect. Next is what I call 411. There's a whole lot of useful information in here. You've got my cardinal rules, a document that'll give you tips for people who haven't been online yet if this is your first online class. This is a link to OSD if you need some help from those folks. Here's a link to tech support. This is the school's ITS department. And they can help you with a lot of different things, including maybe your internet access. This is a link to Khan Academy. Khan Academy has lots of helpful information. They have courses in here with lots of exams and study guides for a variety of topics. And you can go through them all at some point. But Khan Academy may help you if you need some help, especially with some of the math that maybe you don't remember. Next is a link to the library. This is a link to the student Canvas student guide. So everything you ever wanted to know about Canvas. Link to the Internal Revenue website, irs.gov. Here's a variety of tax forms that you're going to use during the semester. This is a link to a simplified version of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that was passed by President Trump in 2017. It made major changes with regards to how individuals file their tax returns. And finally, here's a link to the global navigation menu. It kind of explains everything that's going on the screen. Next module, PowerPoints. All the PowerPoints for the semester. And you can run through them. Remember, PowerPoints are good as a jumping off point for studying, but they're not really great for studying itself because they're too general. I use PowerPoints in my lectures in the classroom as a stepping off point for the lecture for particular topics. It keeps me going. And finally, here is week 1. So each week will be in here. There's a module for each one. In the week 1 module, here's a video on the topics for week 1 on that chapter. Here are the assignments. There's an extra credit assignment every week in Learn Smart, which is an AI version of the textbook. It's extra credit, but I suggest that you take a look at it at least because most of my students have said it's really helpful. The homework assignment, this you gotta do. And here's the topic. The discussion topic for this week is interesting stuff. We take a look at it. There are lots of fun taxes in here. I found this interesting website that showed old taxes that should have been taken off the books a long time ago but never were. So that's your discussion topic for the week. And each week is going to look pretty much the same. Here's week 2. Here's the video for week 2, extra credit, and the homework assignment, and so forth. So that's modules. Here's where you're going to be participating in discussions. There's a discussion up here. This is general. If you have questions for me or questions for other students, you can throw them in the Q&A discussion. If you have specific personal questions or individual questions regarding anything in the class, you probably want to do an email to me rather than sending it up here into the Q&A. There's our discussion. So our first discussions are personal introductions and interesting stuff. This is where you'll be participating in the discussions. And the way you participate is simply you put a reply in and it opens up a form for you. McGraw-Hill Connect, this is where you're going to register for Connect. So when you click on it, you're going to see something different than you see here. You're going to see a registration screen and you get 3 options. The first option is if you bought the hard copy textbook, It comes with an access code. You can enter that access code and that gives you access to Connect. Second option is to pay for Connect. And remember, when you pay for Connect, it also comes through with an ebook. It's essentially an electronic version of the textbook. Third option, which I don't recommend, is 2 weeks free. Now, yeah, you get 2 weeks free, you don't have to pay, but at the end of those 14 days, if you try to access your work again, Connect is going to say, you don't have access, you're done. So if you take the 2 weeks free, you want to make sure that you work on the payment during those 2 weeks. Grades will obviously show you what your grades are for all the assignments. I've nothing in here yet because I haven't graded anything. And this is my student test anyway. The syllabus, really what the syllabus is a listing of all the assignments from the modules. And then people, office. The next thing is if we're going to have a meeting, if you set up a meeting with me for office hours, you're going to open up Tech Connect and the meeting will show in here. And on the time and day that we're scheduled, you click on it and you'll join me and we'll have a one-to-one Zoom session. So that pretty much takes care of the basics. If you have any other questions, obviously I'm always available. Work your way through the modules, take your time, make sure that you understand what you're doing before you move on to the next. And remember, if you have any questions, even while you're working through something, send me a text. Most of the time I respond immediately, unless I'm in a class, in which case I'll respond when the class is over. So good luck. I'm here for you to help you, and I'll see you around class.